Hey, everybody. June 9th. What's going on tomorrow? Solar eclipse. Loads of fun. So, between the lunar on the 26th of May and the solar on the 10th of June, we've also had, I think it's Saturn and Mercury in retrograde. Now, Mercury is one of my ruling planets. So, for me, I've never let it bother me. I just know to slow my roll, pay more attention, and just ignore the electronical glitches for me. But I will say in the last 10 days, it's been a little rough because certain things I've needed to complete on the computer, I haven't been able to do because it's freezing, roaming, clicking out. My PC totally restarted on me in the middle of something just this morning at 6 a.m. So it's been a little insane. On top of all my beings are like so active, and more beings showing themselves more active, and being able to see clothes and colors and patterns on them. And it's been a wild ride. So I'm just enjoying that, except for the lack of sleep. But what I did last night is I made sure I took an Epsom salt bath and did a little bit more on the sleep hygiene side. So I allowed myself to dim the lights and listen to something quiet, quiet my mind, quiet my body. I did a lot of stretching before the bathtub, and that seemed to help. Either that or I was so exhausted, I just didn't notice, which will happen. So, if your sight is increasing, or you're hearing things, or you're literally seeing a figure in the sky, shape of a cloud, whatever it may be, don't dismiss it and don't question yourself. You don't need confirmation from anyone. Just look up and say, oh, I see a dog, I see an elephant, I think, a tiger, I see a lion. Whatever it is, just go with it, because the more you open up those pathways to play, the more they're going to play along with you. Because the angelic kingdom, the galactic kingdom, the elemental kingdom, the fairy kingdom, all these beautiful beings, ascended masters, so on, they're all here to assist, just like we would as humans to each other when we want to see people level up. Okay? So we'll be a support team for our work group, our personal group, our whatever it is. So they're being that in a quantum multidimensional level. And it looks familiar because you've seen it in other lives, meaning outside of a physical dwelling of this body. But as a human, you've been entrained to like dismiss it, like that's sci-fi crap, or that's dark demonic. It's not. You'll know the difference between things, okay? You'll know the difference between helpful kindness, compassion, and love versus the opposite. You'll know. And this entire time frame has been for us to, a lot of people are saying break the matrix, jump out of the matrix, old paradigm, and I use those words occasionally just because they're simplified. But what it is we're literally like cleaning the slate, wiping the chalkboard, to we're down to neutral. We're at neutral again. We owe nothing. We have time to merge and purge and let things come out of ourselves, whether it's emotional, mental bodies, whatever it is, it doesn't matter. Don't dwell on it. Get out of the left brain. Stop trying to analyze everything, because that's the egoic mind that wants to trip you up. So go with that creative, flowy, sensual right brain, and it'll keep you right here, which is where you want to be. And then you'll let your playful imaginary side start to just evolve and being in that. So, don't go age appropriate on me, because, I'm probably older than a lot of you, and I act younger than my kids and my friends and I came in with a big silly streak and a wicked sense of humor. Um, I think my guy team is a whole comedy show. So if you look at it like that, and everything's a lesson. There's no right, wrong, evil, dark, good, bad. It just everything's data collecting and it's a lesson. And some lessons don't feel so good. You're like, well, I guess I won't be doing that one again, but thanks. At least I know I won't be doing that one again. You know what I mean? And then when you do things that work, you're like, hey, I think this is working. I'm going to go down this path a little further. But you always have opt out. Always. You could go in reverse. You can go sideways. You can go any way you choose to collect data. One of the things I'm going to strongly suggest is get away from the information highway of what's out there. Like, oh, did you hear about, this new study and this person's under hot water and this could be false and this could be correct, and just get away from it. Get away from it. Don't feed that timeline. Allow it to dissolve, because that's going to play out no matter what. But are you under your hood? Are you ready? Are you ready to be the most present, okay, with bows? Are you going to be the most present, fully grounded on your platform with the most healthiest vibrational frequency being in physical form that you can possibly be, no matter what's coming or going? Because that's really what it's all about. And, I describe it as that racetrack, that running racetrack. Get in your lane, put your blinders on, and then widen your lens. So it even takes away from looking that way. And then focus on your physical peripheral and developing those senses. I always suggest a blindfold or a night mask, and just sit still in a place that you know that you're safe. And listen to the creaks and the noises. And when you get past that, listen to your body and the rhythm of your body and the thoughts that come up and what you're sensing. Because as soon as one of your guardians or your guides or so on, they're going to let you know, because they kind of bounce with light bodies. All right? So they're getting closer and closer, and then your energy field starts to pick them up. So that's going to be your peripheral senses, not just with sight. So when you work the insight, so you're getting your no shadows, no visuals that let you know where you are in time and space. You're going to rely on, the vestibular in here on your balance, and then also, igniting your pineal gland and all the other beautiful cascades of things without other things, because you can do it without things if you practice. And it leaves you with no doubts. So journal it. Just take 15, 20 minutes and put a little night mask on, sit in a chair, sit on the floor, but be comfy so you can really get your sits bones relaxed. You're not buttocks crunched because you're... So allow your breath to go all the way fully in, and then just be there with get one of the masks that literally block everything out, so there's not a little cracky there, but also not too much pressure on your face either. So look through and choose one that's going to be really comfy. All right. So enjoy all these things that are happening. Pay attention to being more mindful, being more grounded. Pay attention to your surroundings. Pay attention to the messages within the physical, mental, emotional bodies. Just smile. Don't get that old crinkle like, what was that? Because I'll do that too. And I have to, hold on. Let me soften that. Hold up. Because that'll just, it tightens all your cranial muscles, and that causes compression. So if you just lighten the eyes and smile, you'd be surprised how much it lifts and lightens you up. But you'll be surprised, unbeknownst to your own self, that you're lightening and brightening someone else. So there's times where I'm sitting in the car and I'm just smiling, and I'll look over and a car driver or somebody will be looking at me, and I'll just keep the same face like, hey, how you doing? So just have fun with it. Have fun with all the things that are going on. Be aware, be mindful, be fully present. Stay away from all the distractions. Stay away from them. Just telling you. You'll get to your goals much faster. All right? And if you need some coaching, past life regression work, hypnosis, advanced Reiki, all kinds of things I do. My email will be in the description. All right? Have a great Wednesday. Bye.